A person's greatness is shaped by their thoughts. This truth has been proven again and again by successful people throughout history. Napoleon Hill once said, "What you think about, you become." But if that is true, then why do so many people still struggle? Do they not think about their future? Do they fail to see their own potential? Today's story answers these questions and teaches a powerful lesson. Once, in a crowded metro station in Europe, there lived a poor man named Luca. Every day, he survived by asking travelers for spare change as they rushed to catch their trains. One morning, Luca noticed a tall man in a clean coat and polished shoes. The man carried himself with quiet confidence. Luca thought, he must be wealthy. If I ask him, he might give something generous. With hope, Luca approached him and stretched out his hand. But instead of giving money, the man looked at him and asked, "Do you always take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" Luca froze. He had never heard such a question before. Confused, he replied, "Sir, I am just a beggar. I have nothing to give." The man said, "If you believe you have nothing to give, then you have no right to ask. I am a businessman. I believe in exchange. If you offer something, I can give something in return. But if you offer nothing, then I cannot help you." The man boarded his train and left. That night, Luca lay awake. The man's words echoed in his mind. If you want to receive, you must first give. You have nothing to give because you believe so. For the first time, Luca realized that people rarely gave him money because he offered them nothing in return. But still, he wondered, what can I give? I have no skills, no job, no possessions. On the third day, while sitting near the station exit, he noticed a small patch of wildflowers growing near the tracks. Their colors caught his eye. Suddenly, an idea struck him. What if I offer a flower every time someone gives me a coin? He picked a few flowers gently and returned to his usual spot. A woman dropped a coin into his hand. Luca smiled and handed her a flower in return. She smiled back with surprise. More people came, more flowers were given, more coins were received. Then he noticed something important. When he had flowers, people gave generously. When he ran out of flowers, the donations dropped. He realized that people value exchange. People value a gift. One day, Luca saw the same businessman sitting inside a train. Excited, he rushed to him and said, "Sir, today I have something to give. If you give me money, I will give you flowers in return." The man smiled, handed him some coins, and accepted the flowers. He said, "Today you are no longer a beggar, you have become a trader." The train doors closed, and the businessman left. But his words changed something inside Luca. "I'm not a beggar anymore," Luca thought. "I'm a businessman." 6 years later, in the same station, two well-dressed men crossed paths. One of them said, "Do I know you?" The other replied, "Yes, we met twice before. Once, you refused to give me money. The second time, you bought flowers from me." The businessman looked closely and was shocked. "You were the beggar with the flowers, Luca." Luca laughed and said, "Not anymore. Today, I run a successful flower shop, and I am traveling to open a second one." The businessman shook his hand proudly. Life is shaped by how we see ourselves. If you believe you are small, you remain small. But if you recognize your inner potential, you can rise higher than you ever imagined. When your thoughts change, your future changes.